I finished my book last night, so what perfect time to pick up One Golden Summer.
We found a little spot on the beach.
Feels like there should be pockets, but there's not. Good morning, you guys. What is up? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah. If you're not new, welcome back. We are currently headed to a reservoir up near Ogden. So I'm in a bathing suit for the first time this season. Thank God. Guys, I have needed water in my life for the past 2 weeks. Like, I am craving the beach, the pool, a lake. I don't care what it is. Like, put me by a body of water and just let me be for a little bit. So that's exactly what we're doing today. The specific reservoir that we're going to is called Pineview Reservoir. This is one of the reservoirs where I think that you can boat, paddleboard, jet ski, do all the things on, like, it's deep enough for that. And we have friends coming to visit us later on this summer, and we were thinking of ideas, and John came up with this idea to take them to Pineview Reservoir. But I kind of like to check out places that I'm gonna take my guests beforehand, because if it sucks, then it ruins the entire day. That's just my thought process. I'm an overthinker a little bit. I just want to know that the plans that I have for guests are gonna be actually fun and they're not trying it out at the same time we're trying it out, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go check out Pineview Reservoir today and see what the vibe is all about. One, because I need to be near a body of water ASAP. Two, it's gonna be 85 degrees outside today, so that's another incentive to just be plopped by a body of water. And three, like I said, we have friends coming to visit this summer, and before we take them to this location, I want to check it out for myself to see whether or not it is in fact a vibe. My outfit is this blue bikini that I got from Kiwanis Swim. It's so freaking cute. I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys though. I don't know if you can order it in the US anymore without spending $1,001,001 because of the tariffs. We're not getting into that. This is my favorite swim company of all time, Kiwanis Swim. I literally think my entire swim collection, apart from maybe 1 or 2 swimsuits, are all from Kiwanis Swim. I'm obsessed with them. I rebuy them every summer. I wear them so much that they literally get like worn down. That's on me. I wear them like literally every weekend. And I'm obsessed, but I don't know if you can get them in the US anymore. So I will link the website and I will link the bikini, but proceed with caution if you live in the US. Another swimsuit brand that I love that's very similar to Kiwanis Swim that is a US based swimsuit company is Honey Swim. It was actually created by 2 Florida influencers, Mary Margaret and Brinley Joyner. I follow them both on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I love their content. They're just very wholesome to watch, and their swimsuits are really good quality. I have one of them back in Virginia, which when I go back to Virginia in a few weeks, I am bringing my entire swimsuit collection back with me. 2 swimsuit brands that I would highly recommend. Honey Swim, I know you can definitely get in the US. Kiwana, not sure what the vibe is with that, because I'm pretty sure Kiwanis Swim is an Australian company. I need to fact check that before I spew all of these thoughts. And then I'm wearing Lululemon top and my new athletic shorts, threw my hair back in a headband, and we are packing up to go. Let me show you everything that we are bringing. I finished my book last night, so what perfect time to pick up One Golden Summer than a day that we're going to be on a reservoir / lake, because I'm pretty sure this book takes place on a lake, if I remember correctly from the back of the book, and it's gorgeous. This book just screams that it needs to be read by water, so we're going to do exactly that. So I'm bringing this book. We have a cooler. We'll probably put salsa, hummus. I think John wants to bring some White Claws. I'll probably bring an Olipop, waters. Then we have snacks, clothes, sunscreen over here. I'm bringing my little Lululemon belt bag with just wallet, chapstick, sunglasses, all of the things. And then we're gonna bring our big, giant Stanley cup to stay hydrated throughout the day, because Lord knows I'm gonna need it. I'm pretty sure the UV is gonna be 11 today. I will say that is one thing that surprised me about Utah, is that it gets really hot here really fast, and the UV is no joke. It got up to 80 degrees yesterday and the UV was 11 for several hours. I actually ended up getting a little bit of color yesterday because I went for an hour walk, and then we played pickleball outside, and even when we were playing pickleball outside at 4 p.m. the UV was still 6, which is good tanning weather. So that was one thing I did not expect about Utah that I am pleasantly surprised by, is that you can catch some good sun here. I thought that I was in for a pale girl summer, and I fear we're not. If we're gonna be outside and doing all the activities and visiting these different lakes and reservoirs, I think that honestly we're gonna have a really tan girl summer if the UV is popping off the way that the weather app says it is. Definitely want to make sure that I am wearing all the sunscreen and drinking tons of water, staying hydrated. And I'm on the floor. I do think that I'm gonna switch from this big Sony camera to my GoPro for the day. I really only have used my GoPro skiing. I don't even know if it's in here. Yes, it is. I really only used my GoPro skiing. Oh, I guess I did use it in Hawaii last year too to go underwater, but I mainly use this for skiing. But now that ski season is over, I feel like this will be a good adventuring camera, and I feel like the audio and the quality isn't too bad. So let me see if it has battery. It's at 1%. That's absolutely tragic. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me see if I can charge it for a little bit while we're here. And then I can charge it in the car too. Wow, I should have thought about that because I don't want to bring this big Sony camera near the water. Sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Do I want any of these things? I need to buy some new GoPro accessories, to be totally honest with you guys. I need to buy a waterproof case for this, and I need a new tripod because this one's kind of funky. I don't love it. That's on my list of things that needs to happen. Maybe a Best Buy trip is in our future, or Amazon. Also, this case is a disaster. It needs to be organized at some point. Okay, I need to go plug this in so that we have a camera to vlog on throughout the day. If not, we might just be doing iPhone, which is not bad. That's a good way to start out. If you guys are new to YouTube, don't be ashamed of just using your iPhone. I used my iPhone for like the first 6 months that I was doing YouTube, and then when I realized that I was going to stick to it, then I invested in the camera. And iPhone is a great option, especially nowadays, because they have great quality. But because I have so many cameras, I would just prefer to use the GoPro, but if not, I will use my iPhone. I use it for several clips throughout vlogs. Still nowadays, like if I'm running errands or something, I use my iPhone. We'll have to see, but I'm gonna try to plug this in for a little bit here. This is our view for the day. It's really pretty. We found a little spot on the beach. There's a lot of people here, but not as many people as I expected there to be, which is nice because we have space and you can't really beat this view. You can see like the snow peeking through. These little mountains are so pretty. Look how green they are. I don't think you can really see it on camera, but there's gorgeous houses up and through those hills. Good morning, you guys. Happy Saturday. I've been the worst vlogger. Yesterday we spent pretty much the entire day at that little beach area, and I want to recap it because I would highly recommend if you live in Salt Lake City or around Salt Lake City. It was so worth the drive up to Ogden to go to this little reservoir. I was a little hesitant at first because I thought it was going to be like a little mini lake that was kind of sus to swim in, and to me a lake is like a massive body of water that big boats can drive on, and that is just my warped perception of what a lake should look like. And technically this wasn't a lake, it's a reservoir. I couldn't tell you the difference if I'm being honest. I think it's just that a reservoir is man-made and a lake is natural, but you could boat on this lake, and people were like wake surfing, jet skiing. We saw people water skiing, tubing. So I'm gonna call it a lake because it's essentially a lake. But John is actually the one that found it. There are a few reservoirs around Salt Lake City, but this one specifically he found. And it's like 20 minutes from Ogden, so we decided to explore it. We have friends that are actually coming up in the middle of the summer once we get back from Virginia, I think a week or two after, and so we wanted to kind of vet out what this reservoir lake looked like before we took them there. I think I talked about yesterday how I just don't want to take someone to something like that blindly if I don't know what it's all about, because it could just be a disaster. But we ended up liking it, and it was a great day. I honestly just like really needed to be by a body of water and lay out in the sun and enjoy vitamin D and the fresh air. It was exactly what I needed. It was such a relaxing day. We were there for about 3.5 hours, I would say. I think we got there around like 11:45 and left around 3:30, so we were there for quite a while. And I will say the beach filled up pretty quickly. It wasn't like a casual, low-key, no one knows this exists kind of beach. It was pretty crowded. There were tents, lots of people paddleboarding. It made us want to get a paddleboard. Lots of people kayaking, swimming. Like I said, there were boats out in the distance. It was like a fairly busy area, and we're not even in summer yet, so I don't know what that's going to look like during the summer if we decide to go back there. I'm a little nervous for the fact that it'd be like insanely overcrowded, like one of those places that you probably have to get there at 9 a.m. and just secure your spot if you want a good spot throughout the day. But overall the area was really nice and we really enjoyed it, and I enjoyed getting some sun. And then after we left the beach, we drove to this little restaurant that John wanted to check out. It had some specific backstory. He always manages to find the quirkiest little restaurants with the coolest background and history. Has something to do with the fact that it's like the longest standing saloon in Utah since a certain time period, I think. But he always likes to go to these types of restaurants. Like, he's a big history nerd, loves this kind of stuff. So we stopped into there. It was quite a local place. There were dead animal heads on the wall. There was cash stuck all up on the ceiling. There was a pool table. It was a cash-only restaurant. They had like 5 things on the menu, and it was all different types of burgers and meats. And then they had beer. That was essentially the vibe of the place. A cool experience nonetheless. So we did that for like a late lunch, early dinner. And then we drove by 2 other beach access areas that I was intrigued about. The beach that we laid out on for the day was called Cemetery Point Beach, and you had to pay $24 to enter the beach area. It was like secured by the national park. And there were 2 other areas that I was looking at when we went to this beach that we just wanted to drive by to see if, 1, they were free, and 2, if they were any better than the beach that we went to. So the second one, I don't remember the name of, but it really wasn't what I thought it would be. The pictures online showed like a massive beach with lots of space. Like, it literally looked like a beach that you would see next to an ocean, and it was not the vibe whatsoever. It was like in the middle of a campground, and there was like a small shore, so I don't think that was what I thought it was going to be. And then the second one that we went to was also very similar. The online Google photos showed a humongous beach area, and when we got there, it was like little pockets of a beach. Also, the second area that we went to, you also had to pay to enter because, like I said, it was a campsite. And then the third was completely free. So that was like the difference between, I guess, the one we went to and the second one that we drove by, was that those 2 you had to pay. The third one that we drove by, where there were little pockets of beach areas, it was completely free. So if you're just going paddleboarding and you're just looking for a place to launch your paddleboard, honestly, I'd probably just go back to the free place and not have to pay $24 to enter the beach. But if you are looking for an area where like you can paddleboard but also lay on the beach and make sure your stuff is safe and everything of that sort, the beach that we went to, the Cemetery Point, was probably the most worth it out of the 3 that we saw. And then we headed back to Salt Lake City, and once we got back here, took a shower and literally hung out for the rest of the night. I had a vlog that I needed to edit that is supposed to be uploaded this morning, and I just finished it in the nick of time. I need to stop doing that. I've been procrastinating editing videos lately, and it's leaving me with having to do them very late on Saturday nights to get it up Sunday morning. So I need to get that together. And now today is Sunday. We were gonna go for a little hike this morning, but I think that we're not gonna do that anymore. It's supposed to be another 82-degree day here, and I think that if we were going to go for a hike, we probably should have done it at like 8 a.m., if I'm being honest, because it's going to be really hot here really quickly, and the sun here is absolutely no joke. It steams up here quickly. We went for a hike at 3 p.m. on like a 68-degree day the other day, and we about roasted to death. It was so warm outside. So I don't think that a hike on an 82-degree day is probably our best idea, and we probably are just going to nix that plan. Maybe we could go like later tonight or something, but I don't think that that's the vibe. Instead, we're going to go run and grab a coffee and see where the rest of the day takes us. John is actually leaving me this week to go to a conference in Kentucky, I think. Somewhere very random. And I'll be home alone all week. So this is our last day together before he leaves me, which is sad. We don't get separated very often unless we're going on like a girls trip or a guys trip or visiting family separately. It's very weird to go a full week without each other, and I'm not looking forward to it. So we're gonna spend some time together today, get coffee, see where the rest of the day takes us. But I felt like I owed you guys a recap because I wasn't able to talk to the vlog that much yesterday because we were outside in the wind and it was just very chaotic. I'm excited to see what today brings. Hopefully some cool breeze because it is hot as heck outside and it's hot as heck inside. There are so many sounds going on right now. The washing machine's going, the lawnmowers are going outside, the stove is going on. There's just a lot. I'm making some chicken sausages for lunch and watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I think for the rest of the day, because it's 12:40 now, I'm gonna have a cleaning day. I really need to vacuum the floors in the apartment. I've been dreading doing it. This is such a first world problem. But the owners of the apartment that we're staying in, I don't like the vacuum that they bought. You can tell it's really cheap and it doesn't work very well, and it's kind of hard to push around. The one time that I tried to use it, I literally got through like 2 rooms and then gave up on it. But I just feel like the floors are really nasty and like counters need to be wiped down and mirrors need to be cleaned and trash cans need to be taken out. So I think that I'm gonna have a reset afternoon, which is definitely long overdue. I wash the sheets regularly and I like clean off the countertops regularly, but I haven't like deep cleaned this apartment since we've been in it, and I just feel like it could use a good pick up, put away, wipe down, vacuum, get everything organized. So I think that that's the plan for the rest of the afternoon after I eat lunch. But first things first, I need to eat because I'm starving, and then we'll get into the rest of the day. Two out of 3 of my packages just came in the mail today. One of them was a surprise. The other one I knew was coming today. The third one is somewhere in the mail. They haven't updated the shipping in a while, so I hope it's not lost. I digress. Let's do a haul. The first thing that we purchased is from Lulus. I actually haven't bought anything from Lulus in a very long time, but they had this really cute navy dress on their website that I thought would be fun for summer. I feel like I tend to reach for dresses in my closet in the summer when it comes to dressing up more than jean shorts, jeans, anything else. So I wanted to buy some more summer dresses. I'm on the hunt for a really cute white one. If you guys know of any stores selling cute white summer dresses, let me know. This is the dress. It's very stretchy up top, but then the bottom is like, I don't think this is linen. The bottom kind of feels like a bed sheet, to be honest. I really want to try it on, so maybe I'll try it on for you guys. This is the dress on. I have to show you from very far away to get the whole thing in the frame. I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of feel like the bottom is really big, but that's kind of the design of the dress. Like, I knew that when I bought it. And the top could be a little bit tighter, but I didn't want it to be too tight to the point where it's cutting off my circulation. Obviously, I'd wear a strapless bra with this and not a normal bra, but I didn't feel like changing to try it on. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I wish there were pockets. It feels like there should be pockets, but there's not. I feel like this could be cute for like a vineyard, or if we go out to dinner or something. I think I'll probably keep it. It's not like a everyday dress, but I think it's really pretty. Next package is literally huge. I ordered something from Elwood for the first time. I wanted some fun, new, casual clothes to wear in the summer. So like more sweatshorts like these. And honestly, Elwood is like pretty affordable for being a pretty large brand in my opinion. They offer this really cool thing when you're shopping on their website where you can actually pick I think it's 7 items to try on at home before you even buy anything from Elwood. They only charge you for what you keep, so you can like pick 7 things out from their website, have it shipped to your house, try it on, keep what you like, send the rest back, and they'll only charge you for what you ended up keeping, which I think is so interesting that they allow you to do that, because it almost seems like it'd be easier just to like buy everything and then return and get refunded, but they don't charge you until you decide what you want, which is kind of neat. So I have a huge haul from Elwood. In terms of the try on, I'm gonna do a TikTok try on, so you'll have to follow me on TikTok if you want to see what these clothing pieces look like. I'm gonna be annoying and be that person. Sorry about it. You'll have to follow me on TikTok. Honestly, I didn't like anything that I tried on. If you saw the TikTok, you know, but basically everything made me look like Adam Sandler, and that wasn't the vibe. I'm sending it all back. Luckily, I obviously haven't like paid for anything yet because it was the 7-piece free trial situation, so that's nice. I just made dinner. We're having rotisserie chicken, and I'm eating some sweet potato fries, and I'm still watching The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which I've been watching on and off all day. It's been a pretty chill day post running errands. I cleaned up the apartment like you guys saw, and we've just been kind of hanging out, not really doing too much. It's very hot in here. The AC luckily gets turned on tomorrow, but we're sweating, so we really haven't been doing too much, because if it's 75 degrees outside, it's 75 degrees in here, unfortunately. But anyways, just wanted to give you guys a little update. I'm gonna finish eating my dinner. I need to charge the camera, and then we probably need to get ready for bed soon. It's already 7 o'clock, and I want to crawl into bed at some point and read my book, do my skincare. I need to do a everything shower and everything of that sort.